Hey everybody, Logan here. Do you guys remember a couple little games called Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2? And Deadpool? Oh, you do? Okay. So with that being said, looks like they might be heading back to Xbox. Oh yeah, you heard me right. So if you guys were around a couple years ago, I did a little more than that, but Marvel Ultimate Alliance and Ultimate Alliance 2 came back to PS4 and Xbox One. Most people missed it. How do I know this? I have them both on both consoles. I bought them. Something told me that they weren't going to be around too long, just like the Marvel vs. Capcom games were always put out there for a little bit and then pulled back. The Marvel licensing when it comes to video games has had its issues, let's just put it that way. Over the years, whenever they've released it digitally, they've pulled a lot of them off the stores because of licensing rights and so on and so forth. But hey, we've got some good news. Well, for Xbox fans, let's check out this article from comicbook.com and get into it just a little more. Like I said, this article comes from comicbook.com. Headline reads, Deadpool and Marvel Ultimate Alliance rumored to return on Xbox. Interesting, so let's continue. Two classic Marvel games might return on Xbox platforms. For years, Activision published some of the very best video games to feature Marvel characters. Unfortunately, those licenses have long expired, leaving classic games like Deadpool and Marvel Ultimate Alliance largely unplayable to new audiences. However, it seems that could change sometime in the future. In a new episode of Xbox Era Podcast, co-host Nick Baker reported on a rumor that Xbox is trying to work with Marvel to offer these games again through backwards compatibility. With any rumor, readers should take this with a grain of salt, but it would make sense following Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard last year. We're going to stop for a second. If you already have copies, that's great, but you know what that's also going to do? That's going to cause those physical copies to skyrocket. One, they're already a little pricey. And if you have Deadpool when it was re-released on Xbox One, it's already backwards compatible. But I think they're referencing the Deadpool that came out on Xbox 360. Well, that first part seems to be more focused on Ultimate Alliance. But let's keep reading. The original Marvel Ultimate Alliance debuted back in 2006 and was given a digital re-release on PS4, PC, and Xbox One in 2016. That didn't last long, as the game was delisted just 2 years later. Meanwhile, Deadpool came out in 2013 and was given a re-release on PS4 and Xbox One in 2015. That game was delisted in 2017, but unlike Ultimate Alliance, physical copies of Deadpool were offered, making it still playable on PS5 and Xbox Series X. Unfortunately, copies of Deadpool have become really expensive on the secondary market over the last few weeks. Okay, full stop. Last thing I saw a couple weeks ago, they were around the $50 mark. So unless things have changed, they're not really expensive, but they're pricey. But with the resurgence of Deadpool's popularity due to the movie, I could see them continuing to skyrocket. I personally have the PS4 copy. I used to have the Xbox One, but I have the PS4 copy. So at least I'm lucky there. If they re-release those versions digitally, we're going to see those prices come down for a little bit. But again, knowing this licensing issue, I don't see them staying down. So if you have a copy, hold on to it. Otherwise, if you can get your hands on it right now for $50 or less, I would say snatch it up, because you will see these go up for a bit, especially the PlayStation copies. So Microsoft enables, some kind of licensing deal with Disney in order to bring these to Xbox. It's not a guarantee they'll come to PlayStation, but it's something we can hope for. Let's continue. Marvel Ultimate Alliance and Deadpool are both held in very high regard among fans. It would be excellent to see one or both return, especially if Xbox can give them a performance boost the way we've seen with other backwards compatible games. There are always headaches associated with bringing back licensed games, but there have been indications that Xbox is looking to do just that with Activision's back catalog. Earlier this year, rumors began to circulate about Activision's Transformers game getting a similar treatment on Xbox. Those games were good. The earlier ones, even the ones associated with the movies, they were pretty good. I beat a lot of those Cybertron games, War for Cybertron and so on. They were not bad. So if you haven't played those and you have physical copies, yet do that. At this time, we don't know if these games would only make a return on Xbox through the backwards compatibility program, or if we might see a bigger re-release, with Xbox offering these games on other platforms as well. Booyakasha. Given the fact that a number of Xbox published games have come to platforms like PS5 and Nintendo Switch this year, that would seem like a possibility, but for the time being, Marvel fans will have to wait patiently and hope for the best. Now, one thing I can say, I don't see this happening for the Switch. Why? Because they were already on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. They'd have to build a new version or somehow bring over the Wii version, or just have that universal version that they had on PS5 and Xbox One. I don't know how that will work. But hey, I would not mind seeing Ultimate Alliance 1, 2, and Deadpool on Nintendo Switch as well. That would be awesome. And to have physical copies of these re-released, oh, even better. I doubt it. I have a feeling if they do it, it's going to be through limited run, and then that's just, limited run. It's just a mess over there. But I would love to see these, even if they do come back digitally. Like I said, I do have those 2016 re-releases, and they're still fantastic. And it's funny because I think I made a video on it a while ago, and people were like, how'd you get this? How are you playing this? And I was like, yeah, it came out, and I just bought them all. I was a big fan of, if you guys have followed the channel for a while, I'm a big fan of older Marvel. Marvel in its current state is just trash. Deadpool and Wolverine is great. Hopefully, Kevin Feige and those at Marvel Comics see that people don't want the garbage that Marvel has become and give us Marvel that we all knew and loved before the MCU, let's put it that way, and everything that came from Marvel now and everything after, where it was just terrible. But this was good Marvel. This was really good Marvel, and that's why people love these games. That being said, what do you guys think? Do you plan on buying it? Do you hope they come out? I hope they come out again. I would love to see more people get to play these Ultimate Alliance games, especially the younger crowd that didn't get to. So, again, I beat them on Xbox 360 and Xbox One back in the day, and I've even played it on the PS4 because I do have it on the PS4. So, well, and PS5 technically, and that was the last place I played it. I think I played Ultimate Alliance 1 on... Was I playing it on PS5? I think I was playing it on PS5 most recently. But yeah, so tell me what you guys think. Do you want these games to come back to Xbox Series X and possibly PS5 and maybe even Nintendo Switch? Switch 2? I don't know. Depends on what Nintendo announces in the coming months. How awesome would that be? Right? Right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless you all. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.